Hello students, welcome to Sainik Academy. I am Gugan. In this video, we will see the previous year questions of 9th Sainik 2020, especially the science part. In the upcoming videos, this will be made as a series. In the upcoming videos, you will get the videos previous year questions of 21, 22 and 23. So subscribe our channel and keep watching it and keep learning. Without wasting any time, let's move into the questions. Yes. The first question. The metal present in chlorophyll is? The answer is magnesium. Yes, magnesium is the important metal that captures the sunlight, which helps the leaves to capture sunlight. Oxygen, we all know you can easily eliminate it. Calcium, you can eliminate it. And iron, you can eliminate it. Yes, the answer is magnesium. Yes. Moving on. Name the gas present in LPG. The answer is butane. Along with butane, propane is also present in LPG. Methane is the main component of CFC. And oxygen and nitrogen is not available present in LPG. Yes, you can easily eliminate it. The answer is butane. Yes. Moving on. Which gas is used to replace CFC? The answer is HCFC. HCFC is nothing but hydrofluorocarbon. Fluorocarbons, which have less harmful effects comparing to the CFC. So, which can be used to replace CFC. Yes. Moving on. The first menstrual flow of puberty is termed as, it's nothing but menarche. Menopause is it occurs in the old age once the menstruation is stopped. Yes, puberty flow is not a scientific term. Menstruation is the periodic cycle. So the answer is menarche. Yes. Moving on. Which among the following statement is incorrect about all organelles? Organelles are nothing but the components of cells. Here, going to the sentence, they are found in all eukaryotic cells. Yes, this is right. They are found in multicellular organism only. They said only. No, which is present in all the organisms. Regardless, multicellular or unicellular. So we can answer it B. They coordinate to produce new cell. Yes, this is correct. They are small sized and mostly internal. Of course, organelles are packed inside the cells. So the answer is B. Moving on. The boy is pulling a cart by force of 100 Newton. The frictional force experimented by the cart is 20 Newton. The force causing the motion of cart is, here the question is given, a boy is pulling a cart with the force of 100 Newton, but it is given this cart is experiencing a frictional force of 20 Newton. The boy gives force of 100 Newton. It's simple. You just need to subtract the frictional force from the force given by the boy. So 100 Newton minus 20 Newton, which is 80 Newton. The force causing the motion of the cart is 80 Newton. Yes, very easy sum. Moving on. The cans used for store food are made by the electroplating, which form of electroplating they're asking. The cans used for storing food. You can see it is tin onto iron. You can see the cool drinks which we drink is nothing but the tin coated on iron. It is the answer. Of course, gold you can eliminate. Of course, silver you can eliminate. Chromium also you can eliminate. Yes, moving on. The impression of an image does not vanish immediately from the retina. It persists for. Once you see an image, that image will persist in your retina for 1 by 16th second, 16th of a second. In 60 seconds, 1 by 16th second, it persists in your eye. This is how the animations happens. If you draw a series of images like a framed images, if a ball is in the first image, the ball should be here. In the second image, the ball should be moved somewhat, and third image the ball should be moved somewhat. If you make a series of images like this, you can witness, if you fastly go through the images, you can witness like a video. This is how, because the image persists for 1 by 16th second, so it may appear like a video, which is nothing but frames per second. There is something called frames per second, FPS. FPS, which is nothing but a series of frames of image forms a video. So you can see a video because the image can persist 1 by 16th of a second. Can you get it, guys? Yes. Moving on. The sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west because this is north, east, west and south. As we all know, the sun rises in the east. This is because the earth rotates in the direction from west to east. Sorry, east to west. East to west. It should rotate from east. Again, sorry. Apologies. Moving on, the next question. The sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west. This is because of what? As we all know, this is north, east and west and south. The sun rises in the east. This is because the earth rotates from west to east in this direction. When earth rotates from west to east, it appears the sun rises from the east. So the answer is the earth rotates from west to east. Is it clear, guys? Yes. Pressure is equal to, it's very easy. Pressure is equal to nothing but force per area. In the given area, the force applied is nothing but the pressure. So pressure is equal to force per area. Option is B. Force divided by area on which it acts. Yes. Moving on. An ultrasound equipment works at a frequency. The answer is nothing but higher than 20,000. This is actually 20,000 hits. There is a mistake. Higher than 20,000 hits. We can't hear more than we can hear from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. A human can hear from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. What is ultrasound is higher than 20,000 Hz. We can't hear this sound. Yes. Moving on. When electrodes are immersed in water and electricity is passed, the bubbles formed on the negative terminal is actually dash gas. Yes. In the electrolysis, in the negative terminal, once the process done, a gas eliminates. This is nothing but hydrogen. When the metal is deposited, the H plus ions are formed in the form of hydrogen gas, which is nothing but the bubbles comes out in the electrolyte solution. Yes, the answer is hydrogen. Moving on. If the light falls perpendicularly on a plane mirror, the angle in which light will be reflected is. There is a rule in the reflection. The angle of incidence, the angle of incidence is always equal to a reflection. So if a light falls at 60 degree, the reflection will also be 60 degree. Here they have given that light falls at perpendicularly, that is 90 degree. So it reflects back in the same direction. So the answer is 90 degree. Yes. Moving on. All non-living things are known as very easy. Biotic resource or living. Exhaustible resource or nothing but the fossil fuels. Human resource are nothing but the manpower. Here, abiotic resource, which is nothing but the non-living things like sun, water, and so on. These are nothing but abiotic resource. Yes. Moving on. Malarial parasite is carried by. The answer is female Anopheles mosquito. Yes. Aedes mosquito causes very easy dengue. Male Anopheles mosquito doesn't prey on blood. Yes. The class mosquito causes Japanese encephalitis. Japanese encephalitis. Encephalitis. Yes. The answer is female Anopheles mosquitoes. Yes. Internal fertilization does not occur in. The answer is frog. In dog, cow, and parrot, the internal fertilization happens. Internal fertilization is nothing but the sperm goes into the female body and fertilize with the egg. This is what internal fertilization. But in frog, the female frog lays eggs. The female frog lays eggs. Later, the male deposit the sperm. Deposit the sperm. After that, the fertilization occurs. That is what external fertilization. Here they are asking internal fertilization doesn't occur in frog. The answer is frog. Regeneration is observed in. The answer is planaries. Planaries is nothing but a type of flatworm. A type of flatworm. Yes, it look like this. It will look like this. This platform can regenerate its body parts. Once it is cut, it can again regenerate again and again. This is one of the special feature of planaries. Yeast, amoeba, these undergo cell division. These undergo by fragmentation. This doesn't have the regeneration capacity. Yes, planaris is the answer. Rapid combustion is. The answer is when gas burns, it produces heat and light. This is answer. In rapid combustion, both heat and light must happen. You can see the remaining options. When material suddenly bursts, it is nothing but spontaneous combustion. Spontaneous combustion. Spontaneous combustion. When there is evolution of heat. This is not a rapid combustion, because in rapid combustion light is very essential. Only the evolution of heat cannot be said as rapid combustion. So the answer is when gas burns, it produces heat and light. This is the example of rapid combustion. Yes, moving on. A very long question but very easy one. Going to the question, a student is carrying out a distillation process in a lab. Water is boiling in distillation flask. Water that is collected in the receiver flask is refrigerated and ice cubes are formed. Ice cubes are then kept outside the refrigerator and they start melting. Arrange the following phases of water in ascending order of the total energy, which is nothing but both potential and kinetic energy. Potential and kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. Considering that the mass of the water remains the same. Here what they are saying is a student is doing distillation process in lab. He is keeping the water in different forms. Initially the water is boiling in the destination. Initially it is boiling. Later the water is collected in receiver in the flask and refrigerated and made it into ice cubes. First it is boiled, later it became ice cubes by refrigeration. The ice cubes then kept outside the refrigerator and they start melting. Then melting happens. Okay. They are saying to arrange the phase of water in an order that the total energy. Each phase have different level of energy, both potential and kinetic. We need to arrange it in ascending order. They given these stages. First stage, water collected in the receiver flask. Okay, it is neither boiling nor melting nor it is a ice cubes. It is just simply water. Okay, water boiling in the distillation. During the boiling of water, we have the high level of energy. The energy will be high. Once it attains the boiling point and it starts to evaporate in the form of steam, this is more higher comparing to the boiling phase. So this is more higher than comparing to boiling. So the steam is highest. This is higher, but the steam is highest. Ice cubes formed in the refrigerator. During the formation of ice cube, the energy will become completely low. The energy will be low, even comparing to the normal water. So, while arranging the order, the ascending level of order will be initially during the ice cubes only, the energy will be completely low. So, the fourth one is first, and second one will be normal water phase. In the normal water phase, the energy will also be low but high comparing to the ice cubes. After that, boiling phase. This is 3. After that, the steam phase. Yes. So 4 is 1, 4 is 1, and 1 is 2, and 2 is 3, and 3 is 4. 4 is 1. So the answer is B. Moving on. The next question. The different samples of CO2 were found to contain carbon and oxygen in the same ratio of their mass. This illustrates what? So the answer is the law of definite proportion. The law of definite proportions states that even if you take the same compound from two different samples, the ratio of the elements remains same. For example, if you take CO2 from industry smoke, and a CO2 from a vehicle smoke, in that the ratio of the carbon to the oxygen will remain same. This is what the law of definite proportion states. Yes, moving on. An atlas of India is drawn by taking scale of 100 centimeter is equal to 50,000 kilometer. The actual distance between the city of Bhopal and Cochin is 1500 km. The distance between the two places in the atlas will be what? It is given that 10 centimeter, 100 centimeter is equal to 50,000 km. So, how many centimeter it will be if the distance between Bhopal and Cochin is 1500 kilometer? Just a simple sum to solve. You can cancel it. You can cancel this 0. So the x will go there. If x goes there, 15 by 5 will come here. By cancelling, you can say x equal to 3 centimeter. So the 1500 kilometer in the scale of the map, it will be 3 centimeter. So the answer is A. Yes, moving on. Both sound and light waves can be propagated through. It's very easy. The answer is air. The sound cannot travel in vacuum. Sound cannot travel in vacuum. But light can travel both in air and vacuum. They are asking both sound and light can travel only in air. Yes. Moving on. A man stands in front of a mirror and finds that his image is larger than himself. The mirror is, so the answer will be concave. In the concave lens, the mirror will appear larger. In the convex mirror, it will diminish. In the plane mirror, the size of the image is same. So the answer is concave mirror. Moving on. Each lung is enclosed in a double membrane called as pleura. The membrane which covers the surface of each lung is. So pleura is nothing but a double membrane that covers the lung. Here the answer is visceral pleura. Yes. Moving on. The last question. Nitrogenous waste products are eliminated mainly as. The answer is ammonia in tadpole and urea in adult frog. It is nothing but the tadpole is the larval stage of the frog. It lives inside the water. It is aquatic. But the frog lives both in the terrestrial and aquatic. Aquatic. So basically the living beings which lives inside the aquatic excrete ammonia, and the living beings which lives in terrestrial excrete urea. So the answer will be B. Ammonia in tadpole and urea in adult frog. Yes. These are the 25 questions that were asked in the 2020 question paper. Follow us for the series of question papers, previous year question papers. Keep learning and subscribe our channel. Bye bye. Jai Hind.